not lying. I'm telling you the truth, and you can go look at all the documents yourself. Don't look at Republican paperwork. Look at the Congressional Budget Office, who said that we had at least 1.4 million illegal aliens.
Breaking news. Congress just shocked Mike Johnson with a Sunday surprise. That's right, his weekend just went from calm to chaos. Looks like Mike Johnson's been caught again, twisting the truth like a pro. At this point, he's almost as skilled at lying as Donald Trump himself.
Mike Johnson says he's not lying. It's a real tell there.
My question is, if Republicans and Democrats can agree to a one-year extension to the ACA subsidies, removing this sort of talking point of illegal immigrants draining our resources, as you sit here and lie about this, would you support that bill and bring it to a vote on the House floor? This is a big question that I have for you. Thank you.
Yeah, well, not lying. I'm telling you the truth, and you can go look at all the documents yourself. Don't look at Republican paperwork. Look at the Congressional Budget Office, who said that we had at least 1.4 million illegal aliens draining the resources from Medicaid.
Mike Johnson says he's not lying. It's a real tell there. Says immigrants are draining resources from Medicaid, and you can go, quote, look at the documents yourself. Thank you for that advice. Let's do just that. Here is a study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association just last night. It found that in 2022, care for undocumented immigrants made up only 0.4% of total Medicaid spending, less than 0.5%. That's it. There are the documents. We can send them to your office.
Can you believe it? Mike Johnson is still insisting that keeping the government shut down is a good thing. He actually thinks it's going to hurt the Democrats. But let's be real, that's just not how it works.
Because there's no negotiations happening right now because Republicans are boycotting those negotiations. They are boycotting negotiations to reopen the government because they are desperate to raise premiums on people in this country by 75% in order to finance their tax cut for the wealthy. Their only priority is protecting the billionaire class and the corporate class. The other reason the House of Representatives isn't in town right now trying to reopen the government, because they are about to have enough votes to pass a resolution mandating the release of the Epstein files. So J.D. Vance and Donald Trump's #1 priority is protecting billionaires, protecting corporations, and raising premiums, raising healthcare costs by 75% on American citizens. So yes, I think that Democrats should say, if you want our votes for a budget, it can't be a corrupt budget. It can't be a budget that is going to devastate the lives of middle-class families in this country in order to protect and reward billionaires. That's a pretty reasonable request.
Okay, so Congress just shocked Mike Johnson with a surprise Sunday revolt. You won't believe what just happened. Let's check this clip.
What do you say to Speaker Johnson, who says there's no reason for the House to come back to session?
Well, there are a lot of reasons for the House to be in session. We were supposed to be in session the last 2 weeks. We're supposed to be in session next week, irrespective of a government shutdown, because, you know, we have oversight hearings to do. We have legislation to mark up. We have the ordinary business of the people to carry out. And there's no justification to shut everything down just because we're in the midst of the government shutdown. In fact, the fact that there's a government shutdown is all the more reason that we should be there in order to be doing everything we possibly can to get us out of this situation, not to mention the fact that the entire reason the House had to pass a 7-week continuing resolution in the first place is that we were going to miss the deadline for passing a full budget. So even if that 7-week continuing resolution became law, we've already burned a few of those weeks just being out of session. So I think we absolutely should be there.
You know, the Speaker says that there should be no negotiations with Democrats. But, you know, we're about to begin week 3 of this very damaging shutdown. It's only going to get more painful for so many Americans. So is it time for GOP leaders to begin negotiating with Democrats to find a way out of this crisis?
Yeah, I think we need to explore all avenues. And I want to be very clear. I voted for the continuing resolution. I don't like continuing resolutions, but it was the lesser of two evils between that and shutting down the government, which is a terrible thing. I wish the Senate would just vote for the version we passed in the House. I don't agree with what Chuck Schumer is doing. I think he's being unreasonable. But this is politics. Sometimes you have to work with people that you believe are being unreasonable in order to find the common ground that is best for the country. And so long as the House isn't even there, that's going to be very hard for us to do.
Yeah, so you think it's time to negotiate, for the Speaker to negotiate with Democrats?
I think if there's an avenue that we can explore that will get us out of this, then absolutely. I mean, they've brought up this issue of the subsidies under the Affordable Care Act. There are a number of people in our conference, myself included, who are very concerned about the prospect that people are going to see a sudden increase in premiums. And so if, reaching some sort of deal there, or at least a first step towards a deal, which is going to need to be reached anyway, provides a pathway out of the shutdown as well, I don't see why we shouldn't at least.
Okay, so at the end, it's humble request to subscribe our channel for more videos. Thanks.